Your biggest prison isn't made of bars. It has no walls and no guards. It's a prison you built yourself, and the bars are forged from one single material: your own certainty. 99% of people live and die in this prison without ever knowing it. Today, we not just showing you the key, we showing you how to become the person who never gets locked up again. So, what is this prison? The ancient philosopher Plato described it thousands of years ago. Imagine you've been chained in a cave your whole life, facing a blank wall. Behind you, a fire burns, and people carry objects in front of it, casting shadows on the wall. For you, those shadows are reality. It's all you've ever known. This is stage one of your escape, disillusionment. It's that gut-wrenching moment when you realize what you've accepted as the absolute truth about success, about relationships, about yourself is just a shadow. It's the matrix glitching. It's realizing the script you were handed at birth isn't the only one you can read. But seeing the shadows for what they are isn't the escape. The most dangerous part of the journey is what you do the moment you turn away from the wall. This brings us to the most crucial step, stage 2, cultivating epistemic humility. Fancy words, simple meaning, recognizing the profound limits of your own knowledge. This isn't about feeling stupid. It's the opposite. It's an accurate, powerful assessment of your cognitive hardware. The single biggest sign you're trapped in a mental prison is holding unshakable certainty on complex topics you haven't personally studied for years. This is borrowed certainty. You've adopted a tribe's viewpoint without doing the work. Pause the video right now and ask yourself, what this one belief I hold with 100% certainty that I've never truly investigated myself? Be honest. That's the first bar of your prison you need to bend. To understand why we cling to false certainty, we need to talk about one of the most well-known cognitive biases, the Dunning-Kruger effect. Think of it like this. When you know a tiny bit about a subject, your confidence skyrockets. You're standing on top of Mount Stupid, shouting opinions, feeling like a genius. But you don't know enough to realize how much you don't know. The true expert isn't at the peak. They're in the valley of despair or on the plateau of sustainability, fully aware of the vast, humbling complexity of their field. Escaping the prison means choosing to walk down from Mount Stupid, even when your ego screams at you to stay. But your ego has help. It's called confirmation bias. Your brain is not a truth-seeking machine. It's a pattern-matching survival machine. It works like a search engine that has been programmed to only show you results that you already agree with. You believe the world is dangerous? You'll only notice news stories about crime. You think you're unlucky? You'll only remember the times things went wrong. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, an echo chamber that reinforces your prison walls, brick by brick, belief by belief. And the scariest part? It feels like objective research. Now, let's talk about the mother of all biases, overconfidence. Studies have shown that when people are 90% certain about something, they're only correct about 70 to 80% of the time. That gap is where catastrophic failures happen, in business, in life, in your own decisions. This one line will change how you see success forever. True confidence is not the certainty that you are right. It is the courage to be wrong. The person who can update their beliefs in the face of new evidence is the one who is truly free. The person who digs in their heels when challenged is the one rattling the bars of their own cage. Why is it so hard to admit we're wrong? Because of motivated reasoning. When our beliefs are tied to our identity, our politics, our religion, our tribe, our brain stops seeking truth. Instead, it goes into defense mode. Your intelligence isn't used to find the right answer. It's used to build fortifications around the answer you want to be true. This is why political arguments with family are so useless. You're not debating facts. You're attacking each other's sense of self, of belonging. To escape, you must untangle your identity from your opinions. Your opinions are just temporary tools. You are the one who wields them. If you're committed to seeking truth over being right, type "I seek truth" in the comments below. When you encounter a fact that contradicts a deeply held belief, you feel a painful mental friction. That's cognitive dissonance. It's an uncomfortable static in your mind. To make it stop, you have two choices. Change your belief, which is hard and painful. Deny, distort, or dismiss the new information, which is easy and comforting. Most people choose comfort. They choose the prison. Freedom lies on the other side of that discomfort. It means learning to sit with that dissonance, to examine it, and to have the courage to say, "I was wrong." So how do the world's greatest thinkers, the truly free minds, do this consistently? They build 3 life-altering habits. The first habit is to stop avoiding what contradicts you and start actively seeking it out. A trapped mind builds a fortress of agreement. A free mind goes on expeditions into enemy territory. One famous physicist made it a habit to read ancient mystical texts, not because he believed them literally, but as he said, to remind himself that reality may be far stranger than my equations suggest. Your mission this week: read an article or watch a video from a perspective you fundamentally disagree with. Don't do it to argue. Do it to understand. The second habit is to study the graveyards of certainty. Look at history. We were once certain the sun revolved around the earth. We were certain that certain diseases were caused by bad air. These weren't stupid people. They were the most intelligent minds of their time, trapped by the assumptions of their era. Studying these moments inoculates you against the arrogance of the present. It reminds you that some of the things we are most certain about today will be laughable in 100 years. What might they be? The final habit is the simplest and the hardest. It is embracing the 3 most powerful words in the pursuit of wisdom. I do and know. Our culture sees this as weakness. It is the ultimate strength. As Socrates, one of the wisest men who ever lived, concluded, the only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. The most confident pundits on TV are consistently the worst forecasters. The true experts? They speak in probabilities. They use words like likely, it seems, and we need more data. They are comfortable with the vastness of the unknown because they escaped the tiny prison of needing to have all the answers. The escape from Plato's cave is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong practice. It starts with disillusionment, seeing the shadows. But the real work is cultivating epistemic humility. It's studying your cognitive biases, your Dunning-Kruger moments, your confirmation loops, your overconfidence. It's actively seeking contradiction, studying history's errors, and finding power in saying, I don't know. This is not an easy path. It requires courage, humility, and a relentless dedication to truth over comfort. But every time you question an assumption, every time you update a belief, you are taking another step out of the cave and into the light. If this video challenged you, hit that like button to let us know. Share this with one person who isn't afraid to ask the big questions. And make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications, because our next video is on stage 3, developing perceptual flexibility, the practical skills for seeing the world through new eyes. Let's build a life we don't need to escape from.